we'll begin. So we'll connect to our Ujjayi breath as we align skull bones over sit bones. I feel the neck bones and joints grow lighter, buoyant, and softly plugging down the sit bones and the tailbone into the earth, very softly. And start to recruit the low belly muscles into each and every exhalation, expressing the breath. We'll start in knee pile, right over left. Shoulder shrugs. Inhaling into upper back. Raise the shoulders, gather them. Exhale, squeeze. Gather, drag, draw them down. Inhale, releasing squeeze. Now locate the middle parts of the blades. Squeeze there. Exhale, squeeze. Gather, draw down. And inhale. Locate bottom tips of blades. Squeeze there. Exhale, drag, draw. Go all the way down. Taking the arms into eagle. Inhaling, release the squeeze. Reach the arms out. And exhale, smoothly move the left elbow over the right. Letting breath penetrate the back of the heart area, shoulder blade area. And inhaling, unwind. Set the right hand down for side bend. Raise the left arm up. And now exhaling. Pull the right shoulder down away from the ear. Wrap the left shoulder round the ribs. Keep feet active. Inhaling, take that arm up. We'll switch the cross of legs. We'll do those few things on the other side. Left over right knee pile. Starting with shoulder shrugs. Inhaling into upper back. And raise the shoulders. Gather, squeeze at the very top. Exhale, squeeze. Gathering, drawing down. Release, inhaling. Find the middle parts of the shoulder blades. Exhaling, squeeze. Gather. Drag, draw. Release. Inhale. And the bottom tips. Exhaling, squeezing, dragging, drawing down. Taking the arms into eagle, inhale. As you reach the arms out to the side, feel the shoulder blades move out to the side. Exhaling will hook the right over the left. Breathing into back of heart, shoulder blades. Exhaling, gliding the shoulders down so you're softening through the back of the heart, easing the elbows forward, easing open back of heart. When there's a sense of openness, feel breath contact that exact area. And side bend, inhaling, unwind, setting the left hand down, raising the right arm up, and exhaling. And pull the left shoulder down. The right arm reaches over, side bend. Again, pulling that left shoulder blade, left shoulder down the ribs. Meanwhile, the right shoulder blade moving round the ribs. And between those two very different shoulder blade movements, feel breath right in between there. So the shoulder blades almost create an arena for breath to be felt, which is the whole back of heart space. Okay, one more thing. Take that left hand, pull. So any crowded ribs get uncrowded, opening up, giving those left side, the bottom of the ribs, left side, room to breathe and move. Inhale, come upright, unwind legs. And we'll set up for a dolphin first. Setting elbows under shoulders, forearms out to the ground. Ensure that pressing downward is met with pulling shoulders downward. Downward relative to your head is away from the head. Inhale, back of heart. Exhale, knees off ground. And release. Set knees down. Second version, flash prep. Leave the right forearm down. Plant the left palm down near your left knee. Get these two distinct movements before we put any more weight on the arms. The right forearm pushes the earth downward. The left elbow is pulling toward the back edge of the mat. Okay? As you get those two movements, feel the shoulder blades moving in two distinctly different directions. So that right shoulder blade is moving round. Now we'll raise the right leg up. get nothing. You get nothing. So, nobody. All right. Sound. All right. We'll switch sides. And if you already did, oh well. You did both sides. All right. Let's lie on back. Whatever was not functioning the other day, it is multiplied by 2. We're cascading down, down. A tunnel of hope. All right. Let's lie on back. Inhale, float the head, shoulder blades up off ground. Curl tailbone, exhale, reach out through the left leg. Reach as if to open left hip. Pull low belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Curl tailbone, exhale, reach out through the right leg as if opening up the right hip. And extend that leg toward the horizon and toward the sky. 45 degrees, as long as there's not back issues. Pull low belly down. Inhale, bend right knee. Continue, we'll do 4 more per side. So if you're reaching the leg vertically, I'll presume that there is a back issue, a medical issue, a pain issue. If there is no back pain or medical issue, reach the leg out 45 degrees so that foot is about 2.5 feet off the ground. And as you're reaching the leg toward the horizon, the abdominals therefore must work more strongly. So that is the training, to get the abdominals to help hold the back. The abdominals help hold and maintain back position. The abdominals help unify the ribs and the hips positionally. So you can lower the foot, but it becomes a test. And if you don't like the hot, warm feeling of work in the abdominals, that's fine. It's really great to do. You will be finding stronger abdominal motions. But one has to be listening to the shape of their back on the ground. There's no sense in lowering it if we're also not feeling the maintaining of that low back and tailbone kind of curving up away from the ground. So it's a very specific position, very specific abdominal kind of unifying holding. Keep the shoulder blades up. That will actually help the abdominal, help you get that position. Additionally, you'll feel that we stay honest to keeping the blades up, keeping the back down, keeping the tailbone curling away from the ground. It builds heat very rapidly. There's an internal temperature shift. If you feel none such, that's probably because we're kind of bleeding out that energy by just resting on the ground intermittently or every rep. So keep these things in play. We remember that apart from just a physical movement exercise, pranayama and yoga and asana are prana cultivation exercises. Right? They're helping us work with energy in a very specific way. So we have to talk prana or energy. And how we hold the poses matters to that. Grab your block, put it between the legs, set the legs up. Inhale into the low back. Lift the elbows up, squeeze the object, curl tailbone. If you don't get a move, at least focus where the move would occur, the tailbone. Exhale, float the elbows and the shoulder blades up. So right now you feel your low back and your mid back on the ground, and that's it. The low ribs to the top rim of the sacrum. Pull low belly down. Inhale. When you let the head down, keep the low back on the ground. Squeeze. Get the inner legs involved so that you can curl the tailbone. Exhale, float the head and the shoulder blades up. Again, now just the mid-back all the way down to the top rim of the sacrum is on the ground. That's it. The shoulder blades are up, the head is up, the upper shoulders are up. Pull low belly down. Inhale. When you let the head down, you're doing so by keeping the low back on the ground. All right, go through the next four. I'm going to take a look. Let's see what's... If we stay honest to these little details, working with energy, heat, shows up very rapidly. Then we add in those leg lines of energy. So reaching through the active feet, straightening the legs, and start to play on all of those tissues around the knee and the back of the leg. There's a lot of thicker, denser connective tissue structures around the pelvis, around the hip, and around the legs. They require some different efforts than reorganizing tissue around the shoulder or the neck or the organs. There you go. Finish the one that you're on and we'll do one more. And when we are through, just leave the block or the roll in play. We'll set the feet down for bridge. So set the feet to the block distance, which might be different than your hip distance. And then exhaling, shift the tailbone toward the block. Notice that's a similar toward the sky, away from the brain, toward the block, and the buttock comes up, the low back comes up, the mid back comes up. Keep pressing. So as we're attempting to involve the abdomen in our breathing and in that abdominal lying on the ground posture, we're also getting the buttock to participate in these changes of posture, which remodel and alter the tissues around the pelvis. The tissues around the pelvis can be very strong. It's okay to use the butt muscles. Just feel for the butt muscles and the bottom of the butt, near the thigh. And if you feel the tissues near the low back getting overworked, adjust it. That's what that tailbone shifting toward the sky is attempting to do for us. It's to lessen the little low back muscle work and to increase the butt hamstring area work. There you go. And it's okay to work these strongly. The front of the hip can now start to open. So you're using the back of the legs strongly to open up that front of the hip, the deep structures along the low back. Lower the spine down to the ground. When we turn over, press into downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior two. Tight hawk. Stretching arms out to side, turning palms up. Exhale, lift the shoulder blades, pour the biceps down. Chin down. We'll take 3 more breaths like so. Inhaling, exposing, biasing the front. Exhale, exposing, stretching, biasing the back. Hear your Ujjayi breath soundly. Extended warrior shoulder opener. Exhaling the right forearm to the thigh, the left hand behind the back. Grab thigh or grab clothing. Interlock. Exhaling, slide the right armpit next to the thigh. Join hands. Easy bird. Step the left foot next to the right foot. Okay, we're standing on the left foot. Extending or straightening the right. Inhale the right foot down to the ground, the left foot step back. Extended warrior, right hand to ground. Left arm reach overhead. Inhaling, set left hand down, left knee down. Lunge. We'll keep the knee down. Arms reach up. With the left knee padded adequately, heel to butt lunge. Left hand, grab left foot. Release the left foot down, twisting lunge. Inhale, back your weight up. Exhaling the left elbow over the right thigh. Left hand makes a fist. Right hand presses against. Twisting extended lunge. Exhale the left armpit next to thigh. Left hand to ground. Right arm reach overhead. Interlock. Pass the right hand behind the back. And lift the left hand under the right thigh. Okay, curl toes under as we prepare to step forward for Bird of Paradise. So when you're ready, start by pressing the back knee up. Now we're standing on our left foot. We'll step the right foot down, left foot back. Pigeon, walk the right leg down to the ground. Inhale the hands under shoulders. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Warrior two. Let's go through the other side. Kite hawk. Turning the biceps up, the palms up. And exhaling. The thumb down, the bicep down, the chin down. Take 3 more breaths like so. So inhaling is the up move, biasing the front. Exhaling is the down move. Deep stance as you're doing so. Deep stance, you're using all those wonderful helper muscles all around the hips, the butt, the base of the spine. So you're playing through this rolling and turning motion of the arms. You feel that segmentalization of the spine. Feel how it brings the spine segments into play. As you scroll and unscroll the spine up and down, you'll feel it starts to draw on all of those tissues right down to the sacrum. You can feel for that. And some listening strata, it's not just shoulder joints moving. Extended warrior, shoulder opener. Set the left forearm on the thigh. We're taking the right hand behind back. Grab thigh or grab clothing. And on exhale, slide that left armpit down, interlock. Right, easy bird. Inhale, step the right foot next to the left foot. And we're standing on the right, extending, reaching out through the left. There you go. Keep the toes on the ground. Use all the toes to get your balance, just like we did the fingertips in the handstand. Use all those toes, the heel, the forefoot. They're all part of that active balancing. Use all the toes. There you go. Inhaling, we'll set the left foot down to the ground, step the right foot back, extended warrior. So stepping back into a warrior two stance, left hand goes down to the ground, right arm reaches overhead, opening up the hand bones, spreading open the foot bones, deepening breath, just every single moment transition. Connecting to breath, deepening breath, hearing breath, just making it a prominent, foregrounded part of your asana experience. Not trying to push sensations into the background, but keeping that choiceful, listening state in every single one of our set of constraints. Lunge. Inhale, we'll set the right knee down, give it some padding. Arms reach up. Heel to butt lunge. Right hand, grab right foot. Deepening the breath, broadening the breath, expanding the shape of breath. Just every single time we feel that little contracted breath shape, just opening it back up. Right foot down, twisting lunge. Inhale, back the weight up. And exhale the right arm over the left thigh. Twisting extended lunge. Right armpit to thigh. Right hand to ground. Left arm reach overhead. Twisting lunge interlock. Pass the left hand behind the back. Right hand under left thigh. Preparing to step for bird of paradise. So curl the back toes under. Move when you're ready to move. Start by pressing the right knee off the ground. Stepping the right foot next to the left foot. Standing on the right. Extending the left. Good. Good, using all the heel, the forefoot, the toes. Letting the toes kind of touch you back. Inhale, we'll set that left foot down. We step the right foot back, pigeon. Walk the left leg down to the ground. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. And softly set knees down. Have a seat. We'll do a little back release from lying. So we'll take the right ankle over the left thigh. If that creates some knee issues, you could choose a half happy baby instead. If you can make the figure four, grab hold of the left thigh, the left thigh, left shin. Allow the back of the head to rest on the ground. So no, it doesn't push, doesn't steer, it's not clawing the ground or floating off the ground. The Ujjayi breath changes shape because our listening field changes shape. If we're kind of defaulting to our automatic breath, it's almost certain our breath is kind of narrowing or growing smaller. So as we remember to sense and hear our breath, we can easily, with no effort, just expand breath again. Okay, and switch sides. Now there's no effort from the awareness part of it, but physically there is some effort to learn and to condition this vaster way of attuning and listening. So there's physical preparations, efforts to enact a no effort, ease, change in our feeling awareness. So we got the left ankle over the right thigh. I want to make that distinction because the efforting changes enormously as we're tending to subtler and subtler facets of our body, our awareness body. The efforts necessarily lessen. Okay? When we release, moving into Shavasana, and this is one of those prime practice places for this lessening of efforts. So one of the places where we have applied effort and we now lessen the effort is in the technique of Ujjayi breathing. Start to feel the throat grow more relaxed, the sound dissipates. And as your listening field expands, feel how the breath continues to open into and through that listening field. So in a sense, the inhalation keeps expanding and lengthening, not due to force, but to having expanded, and we're situated in a much vaster sense of listening. And the exhale, as we attune to that motion of release, of expression, our efforts lessen in accord with this vaster listening field, thus lengthening the exhalation. And now, when you're ready, bend knees. turn to a side and press up. Namaste.